We're on Bikkurim, Perek Aleph, Mishnah Vav. Perek Aleph, Mishnah Vav, 6th Mishnah in the first chapter of Bikkurim. Says the Mishnah. Let's say I buy 2 trees in my friend's field. Says the Mishnah, I bring Bikkurim from those trees, but I do not say Mikra Bikkurim. Why? Okay, Rabbi Meir says, no, you bring, of course, and you also do Mikra Bikkurim. Why? Mishnah says, although it's a safek, yes, I bought the trees, but the question is, did I buy the land that's with the trees or not? Hilkach, mevi misafek. Of course, therefore, you bring misafek. Ve'ino mevi korei misafek, but you don't say, do Mikra Bikkurim misafek. Because remember, we learned that the problem is, the issue is, can you say Asher Natata Li Hashem? Can you say, and I brought the Mishita Adama, Mishiko Pri Adama, Asher Natata Li Hashem, and Hashem has given you. And if you only bought the trees, you didn't bring the land in before and near it, then it's a safek, it's a machloket whether you bought the land as well, whether you own the land in between the trees. So therefore, it's a machloket. Maybe Ve'eno Korei, and Rabbi Meir says maybe V'Korei. Just so you know, everyone agrees that if you bought 3 trees, then of course you are maybe V'Korei, because you do own the land in between the trees. Next case, Yavasha Ma'ayan. Let's say, though, the Ma'ayan, the spring, the brook that's feeding your field, dried out. So now the tree's going to die. Or Niksatsa Ilan, the tree that you're bringing the fruit from was cut down. Again, it's a machloket whether you have to cut the tree first or whether the tree was cut after, whatever. I don't want to get into it. Let's say, in the simplest case, you cut down an orange tree and it had oranges on it. You wanted to bring Bikkurim, and on that tree was marked fruits that you wanted to bring for Bikkurim. Maybe Ve'eno Korei, so in that case, it's a case the land is not, it's no longer whether you have a suffix, whether the land is relevant, because the tree is no longer there. So therefore, and if the spring is gone, it's also considered as if you don't have the land anymore. It's a problem with the ownership of the land. So you can't say Asher Natata Li Hashem. That's the problem. You can't say okay, and therefore, according to the Tanakama, Mevi Ve'eno Korei. Rabbi Yehuda says, Mevi V'Korei. In that case, you can. Let's look at the Bartenura for a second. Yehuda says, Mevi V'Korei. Kivan she'akarka kayam. Okay, since the land is still there, Lo chayish la'ilan. We're not worried about the tree. Interestingly enough, it says, Ein alachak Rabbi Yehuda. We don't follow the opinion of Rabbi Yehuda. Okay, now we come to the question of, from what point should a person bring Bikkurim? So I have a chart for you that I made, a small chart. So we've already learned in Mishnah Gimel that before Atzeret is Shavuot, Ein Mivi'im Bikkurim Korban Atzeret. You don't bring Bikkurim before Atzeret. And even though we saw the example in the Mishnah, that they didn't accept it from those, I don't remember what the names of the guys were, Mishnah Gimel, we saw that they didn't, from the Anshe Hart Sevuim. They didn't accept it, but we also learned that if the people brought it, then you would just hold on to it until afterwards. So our Mishnah is going to continue there. Me'atzeret v'ad Chag, Mevi v'Korei. From Shavuot until Chag. Chag is Sukkot. You bring Bikkurim and you also do Mikra Bikkurim. Mina Chag v'ad Chanukah. From Sukkot until Chanukah. Mevi ve'eno Korei. Then you bring Bikkurim and you don't say Mikra Bikkurim. Rabbi Yehuda ben Meteira Omer Mevi v'Korei. Rabbi Yehuda ben Meteira says you are Mevi and Korei. Why? Okay, what's the reason after Sukkot? Mina Chag v'ad Chanukah Mevi ve'eno Korei. Tichtiv, because it says V'samachta b'chol hatov. En kriya ela bizman simcha. When is V'samachta? Let's go back to the Psukim for a second, because we've learned this Psukim. Okay? At the end of Mikra Bikkurim, V'samachta b'chol hatov asher natan lecha Hashem Elokecha. You should have simcha with all the good that Hashem has given you. Let's go back. Okay? Back to our Mishnah, our Bartenura. En kriya ela bizman simcha. Me'atzeret v'ad Chag. When is Zman simcha? From Atzeret, from Shavuot until Sukkot. Why are you happy then? That's the picking time. That's the time you finally worked so hard, you planted, you tilled, you blah, blah, blah. Now is finally the time of Simcha. But from Sukkot on, even though many plants are picked, many fruits are picked until Chanukah, the time of Simcha, remember, we always talk about Zman Simchateinu, Sukkot, for this reason, it was the time of harvest. Therefore, according to that opinion, the Tanakama says, Mevi ve'eno Korei. And he also adds, Michanukah ve'elach eina mevi klal. You don't bring at all from Chanukah ve'elach, because it says, Asher tavi me'artzecha, that which you bring from your land. Kol zman shemitzuyin ba'artzecha, as long as the fruits are found, then you should bring. But after Chanukah, the fruits are no longer in the trees, and therefore it's not the time of Bikkurim. And then we said Rabbi Yehuda says maybe correct because he doesn't learn about the v'samachta v'cholatov, etc., etc. Let's just conclude with a look at the chart. So what we've learned is, somebody asked me to make the charts bigger. I'll try. Before Shavuot, you're not supposed to bring, and if you did, they'll hold on to it. Atzeret until Chag, great. Everybody agrees maybe correct. From Sukkot until Chanukah, it's a machloket, and after Chanukah, you don't bring at all. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to contact me at, there we go, very big, arspolter@gmail.com. We dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman.